glare without a spark, a shadow wish into the dark. Far across the galaxy is where our dreams would be. And it seems to me astrology has got its plans for me. I just gotta believe. Oh, mothership, take me home tonight. Help me find a way to turn this darkness into light. Oh, mothership, take me home tonight. Help me find a way to turn this darkness into light. Darkness, darkness. Into the light. Help me, help me. Mothership, take me home tonight. Help me find a way to turn this darkness into light. Oh, mothership, take me home tonight. Help me find a way to turn this darkness into light. Falling star, I burn alone. Got a heart without a home.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my lair like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones and the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being alive.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
I am the tyrant, get it? I've actually been told that I'm a pretty funny guy. Wait a minute, what were we discussing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's right, you were just about to die. How could I forget that? It's my favorite part. The only thing left to consider is where to start. In addition to magical abilities, I'm smart. I can make your demise art. Anyway, it appears that the wizard in your party is a gnome who is worth about the same as if he would have stayed at home. I'll activate my anti-magic cone, and in a moment I'll turn him into stone. When the barbarian inevitably flies into rage, I'll disintegrate her with one of my eye rays. By the way, I haven't even begun to try. Fly by and take a bite of the fighter's thigh.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
While the spider attempts to collect himself. He bleeds out on the space I dismembered him in. I wouldn't waste time telling me your names. I can guarantee that nobody's ever gonna remember them. Then again, you'll be on the list of my victims at the bottom of a column of other anonymous prey. You should take a minute to reflect on the day and the last words you'll ever say. Time's up. You're the lone survivor, the last one left. And halfling rogues are admittedly deft, but you broke into my home and you've stolen my time. I'm afraid I cannot allow theft. Throw you up into the air with my telekinesis. Finger of death to obliterate you into pieces, and that's that. Wink and a tip of the hat. That was good for my practice. Thanks for
Warning.
the chat.
The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 2, Episode 13, The Artifex and the Fury Dragon. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast, shall we? We have A. Eldritch as Khan, the Bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here, a bit quieter than usual.
We've got Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
I woke up 20 minutes ago!
Abe as Sir Demirius Sarenrae's Grief.
That sounds right. It's time to be very quiet. We're
And
hunting
Elliot.
artificers.
And Elliot as Reese the Heartseeker.
I definitely am not the reason that this is happening early.
As always, I'm Lumby Bronzearm, and I'll be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra's arboreal hiding spot had been found by vicious canandroids, huge wolves with metal limbs and mechanical body parts. Utilizing her newly learned orcish magic, Khan hurled herself out of the tree and into battle, inspiring and toughening up her allies. Spy birds with mechanical eyes were released from the metal wolves during the chaos, but Reese managed to bullseye them both with his longbow before they could escape. However, small walking bomb bots were dropped as well, leaving trails of fire in their wake. The technologies of the Cogito Machinists have been advancing rapidly. Demirius's blade shone bright in the sun, giving Gazkul an opening to kill one of the canandroids. Zavid made swift, merciful work of the remaining mech beast. Khan quickly performed field autopsies upon the canandroids to learn what she could to gain any small advantage. Knowing they needed to go upriver into the mountains, sight unseen, a plan was hatched. A little magic, a hollowed-out log, and one woolly distraction later, Lux Et Umbra was marching beneath the river's surface towards their goal. Once ice began to form above their head, Demirius punched through and all went ashore. Zavid quickly found a set of tracks of all kinds. Following the footprints, Khan spotted a doll in the snowbank. A doll of a small, red-skinned orc girl with horns. Toba Half-Man. Up the side of the mountain they climbed until a massive glacier came into view with a guarded entrance at its base. With a perfectly aimed rock, Zavid triggered an avalanche, burying the guards beneath several tons of snow. Lux Et Umbra quickly made their way into the mountain lair of the Cogito Machinists. Sneaking around, the place seemed somewhat empty of people, except a few straggler guards and an unobservant quartermaster. The bizarre and apocalyptic dogma of the Cogito Machinists began to come into focus as their stained glass and statuary were found. Metallic angels coming down from on high, performing miracles before gnomes, cogs in the sky, and spirits ascending from their bodies to the stars above. Having donned their found robes, Lux Et Umbra took on the artificial smiles of the followers of Cassandra Lee. Following Zavid's example, the group made their way through the compound, tricking guards and making their way into the private chambers of Dr. Garwinkle. Reese found a letter and had Mythonar translate. The contents shocked everyone. Not only do the Cogito Machinists know of the conjunction, they are actively working to bring about the release of Rovagug. Even more distressing is that Cassandra Lee, goddess of information herself, appears to have allied herself with the dread Cabal. Toba must be found. Ciprogrod must be freed. Artifex Glastwick Finibus must be stopped. That's where we come in today. With Lux Et Umbra having just walked down the stairs from the most section of the compound of the Cogito Machinists. You are coming down the stone steps quietly as you are attempting to go relatively unnoticed, even with your camouflage, so to say. It begins to get hot immediately as you come down the stairs. You see an orange glow emanating from the bottom. The stone steps quickly show why. There is before you, you see a landing with a river of magma slowly roiling beneath you. To the west, just to the south and the west, you see a minecart bridging the gap over the lava, but it has been smashed to into the lava itself. It is no longer functioning. The path leads slightly to the north, with and curves to the west.
Less dangerous. Wait, it all does.
This
Um,
not good.
I like that, the lava should just be emanating its own light, but really these little braziers are emanating light out of the cracks and illuminating the lava.
It's a nice touch. They're very good braziers.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my quiet ability thing on. My
Warden
brain
step?
is still loading. Warden step, yeah.
Sure thing. So go ahead and you can give me a stealth check in the tower. Con, if you want to do your own, you're welcome to, or you can rely on Reese's. Your choice.
Yeah, I'll do my own.
Okay.
I will not.
Please don't.
Okie dokie. Then let me see here. Got it. All right. As far as you're aware, you don't hear anyone, but you do. Everyone give me perception checks in the tower, please. Zavid, you're busy kind of looking at those braziers, wondering how it is they're emanating light, even with this lava. So you don't really notice this, but the rest of you, Reese, Khan, and Demirius, immediately, as soon as you get down the bottom of the stairs, hear a hum coming from the west, like a low. I'm just going to say it to help the players understand. It sounds like an electric hum. Like when you're walking down the street, you see one of those green boxes.
Oh.
It sounds like that. And you can see a bluish glow coming from that sort of hallway coming to the west.
Okay.
Sounds like insects or something. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like that. That makes my ears twitch. I mean, like.
What's weird? These braziers, they're very weird. I'm impressed, but it doesn't make much sense to me.
There's a humming going on. There's just really annoying, and I know you're distracted by the lava. It's understandable. Don't worry. The lava kind of overdoes it if you're not listening. Don't worry.
I'll focus my attention on what they're talking about.
And yeah, once you focus, you do kind of hear the humming and the sort of low buzz. And Demirius is right; it kind of sounds like it could be, insects or something far off. It's a very low. I'm sure my microphone probably isn't even picking up that sound.
No, a little bit.
Looking at do I see the glowing blue from this angle?
Yes, you do.
I'll just be like, unnatural. Of the devil. Technology, yeah.
That's the devil.
Well, didn't make me do it.
What is this?
Song's been stuck in my head.
Can I
Mhm.
take one of these pieces of rubble and just try to roll it towards whatever that entrance is?
Sure.
If anything happens.
Sure. Yeah. Give me just an athletics check publicly. That'll be enough. And add no, don't add anything because it's not a magical stone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you take that stone and you kind of chuck a small piece of rubble and you hit it right into kind of that blue glow, because you can see it now that you've gotten that far. You can see what you see on the map, and you hit it right at that corner, and it hits it, and the rock stops for a moment. It gets stuck like it's a magnet, and then it crumbles into gravel and falls to the ground.
You just saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't touch the walls.
Are you sure it's not the light that's doing it? We just gotta go and peek in, I guess, but walls are clearly dangerous, but I don't know if that's affected by the glowing. Just don't touch the walls and
Okay. So who's like, what order are you walking in, and like who's doing what? Obviously,
I'm
Khan
leading
and
because
Reese
I'm
are
making
sneaking.
sure everybody's quiet.
Okay. Then I guess Demirius and Zavid specifically, what is your exploration modes? Are you like scouting for danger? Are you detecting magic?
I'll detect magic.
Okay. You do not detect any magic from where you're standing. Okay. But when you get to about there, I will open a little bit more here. You can see that this is a hallway. And at the far end of the hallway, you see an orc woman who does not appear to notice you yet, but she has a helmet covering part of her face, a green lens over her eye. Her bottom half is replaced with metal legs with claws. Her left arm at the shoulder has been replaced with a metallic prosthetic. She has a small boomstick at her hip and an axe at her other hip, but she does not appear to have noticed you.
Reese is just gonna walk forward and approach her and do that orc like respect thing
Okay.
and see how that goes. If not, we fight.
Go ahead and give me a society in the tower.
Okay. Society. I will one day remember that skills is where everything is.
Yes, skills. Okay. Yeah, you go up, and since you're wearing the red robes of the Cogito Machinist, she does not react in a aggressive manner immediately. So you get down into your kind of orcish pose, and she looks to you and says, "Ah, a more glorious dawn to you, sibling. I appreciate the greeting. How have you been this day?"
Oh, this day is glorious, and may I say, you look enchanting today.
Thank you, sibling. Glorious day to you. Oh, what brings you down to the ingot production?
Well, we heard a weird noise because, we like exploring what this glorious dawn brings us. But do you know what that humming is? Like, that's...
Oh, the Negatronic force gate, and she takes her hand and just puts it over on, like, you see this a thick band of this energy running across the walls, and she just kind of puts her hand on it and rubs it, and it sort of dissipates in a couple of inches around her hand, and she says, "Oh, this is the new force gate that the Artifex put in recently. Look at this!" And
oh my goodness, can you give me a tour? And Reese is gonna try to distract her while everybody else goes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Come on in. You must be from the upper levels. Come on into the ingot production. And she opens the door, and let me... actually, I'm just going to open this whole section. So... to there.
This is flirting with orcs is hated.
So all of you can see as you... that the doors nearest her, they're open. They don't have actual doors there, and they lead into I don't even want to call them a dormitory. There's straw mats and sleeping bags on the ground in these rooms, and oddly, each of them has a wire connected to the top near where the pillow is that connects into the wall where this energy is humming. And you can see that these wires that go into the heads of the beds have this blue energy humming through it as well.
Reese makes a note of that and just continues on yeah, show me everything. I have had a great morning, so I decided to make some time to appreciate the rest of this beautiful facility. And the smile.
Oh, wonderful. And so yeah, they touch that wall, and there's kind of like a hand, like an indention on the wall, hand size, and they kind of go, and it the vertical wall there kind of dissipates as they walk in. And so they're showing you around like, oh, this is where the mine carts stop. They come in really quickly, so we have to have a sort of a spring system to get them to stop. Over here is, oh, well, this thing is incredible. It's the largest smelter in all of Belkson, actually. So the mine carts come in with ore, they come in with coal, and the workers work. And as you can see, there are, the center of this room houses a truly gargantuan metal smelter. Edged with 6 crucibles, each 20 feet high, the massive reservoir appears capable of holding a substantial volume. Standing at each crucible is an orc or a gnome, hard at work feeding coal into the blast furnace. Mine tracks and carts filled with ore and coal zigzag around the room. 2 massive negatronic capacitors, and I forgot to unhide them. There they are. 2 massive negatronic capacitors stand 12 feet high at the western side of the room with glowing wires emanating outward from them in several directions upon the floor. 2 cyborg guards stand on either side of the southern exit, which I need to show them as well. Thank you, Self, for providing me notes about that. They stand on either side of the southern exit. The mine tracks leading out of the room to the west appear to be blocked by fallen boulders.
Whoa,
This is what you
that's
see.
a beautiful sibling. When it would be
Aren't
really
they glorious?
funny. Wouldn't it be so glorious? Imagine if dragon eggs existed. Do you think, like, you could hatch a dragon in those?
What a silly thought, sibling. I mean, I suppose so. A dragon egg wouldn't be near as big as the size of this crucible here.
Wow.
Probably.
That's amazing.
You have such a fantastic imagination up in the sky.
Oh, I'm moving you, sorry.
You know, you just bring your head in the clouds every now and then, and the ideas come flying to you like a dragon. You know.
So they're over here kind of distracted, introducing Reese to these other 2 guards. What are the rest of you doing over there?
We're shadowing. It seems like I was shadowing, and everyone's like, "All right, let's go." So we're like, sneaking through, trying to keep a wide enough distance and hiding behind cover so that if her vision, like she just glances back, she doesn't see anybody because we're like behind things. But we're watching to make sure the opportunities are there to like move forward when we can.
Great.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of you at this point see
Fully
the same thing
creeping.
Reese does. Fully creeping, got it. And yeah, no one has seemed to notice the 3 of you at this point either. But there are many blacksmithing tools on those tables near you. There, as I said, there are those that blue energy coursing across the floor. And give me perception checks in the tower, everyone except Reese. Because Reese, you're distracted.
Oh no. Or
Hot orc, oh no. Zavid, you notice instantly that each one of those workers, wherever their prosthetic is, whether it's on their head, their arm, their chest, their leg, there's a wire coming out of it that connects directly into this pulsing blue energy that goes across all of them. And the energy goes straight into whatever prosthetic piece they have.
I'm gonna mention that to Hans nearest. I'll say, think if we trigger some alarm or something, it instantly alerts all of them.
Gotcha.
That's where it's like they're plugged in like an energy source. But I think it's a security system. That's what makes sense to me.
Oh, well,
So-
siblings, this is sibling. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was it again?
sibling Kit.
Sibling Kit. Oh, wonderful to meet you. Sibling Kit is from the upper levels of the compound.
And these 3 seem to be very distracted with Reese at this point. And Reese, give me another society check in the tower.
Yep.
So back to you guys again. Reese is fully distracting these 3.
We would have to, I think, if we wanted to get around, we'd literally have to go around this whole area.
Well, you do
I-
have con stealth as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
So
There's just nothing to get behind cover like over here. Like my thought is getting like around here to go down this way, but there's no way they wouldn't see us all Scooby-Doo sneaking around, you know, like there's nowhere to hide.
You are also in robes,
True.
so you're not too inconspicuous. You guys can just pretend you don't know me. Or you're brand new.
It's true. I'm
Also,
imagining the message
from the
spell is
table.
being cast right now. Just like,
Oh, and just a reminder, Zavi, I'll carry over from last time. I'm allowing you to use religion checks in place of diplomacy or society here.
okay.
So if you have to suddenly be the face, you can use religion.
All right. I'm gonna come back over. All right, everyone. Straighten your posture. Follow me. Smile, slide, and just kind of like a friendly, like more glorious dawn to you. Don't engage in conversation. We have business. Following me, and I am your superior. Okay?
I'm not seeing anything.
All right. So I begin to walk, and I'm hoping that you all are like walking in step with me, kind of like when an army are all marching at the same cadence. Like we're just like all walking in the same cadence, like very robotically. And then I just sort of like passively nod. Standi.
More glorious, more glorious, more glorious. Not it. All three of them say it immediately as soon as you say it to them.
I chance a glance back at Reese, who's still doing the distracting work. Like, okay, trust that he'll get to us when he can.
I just kind of like see a quick look and go,
Run! I hide behind here, and I'm like, come on.
Why did we come over here?
The chain here, we could climb across this chain to get to the other side.
And you
And we
do
can go
notice
down
that-
this way.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, what do I notice?
I was just going to say, you do notice at the far end, the other minecart track across the ledge is broken as well. So it does seem that both have been smashed. And with that, I'm going to jump over to Reese for a second. They're going to say,
So, were you up there when the alarm went off? There was, we heard. We don't know exactly what happened, but we heard something about an avalanche of sheep.
oh
What's
my
going
god.
on up there?
Yes! I wouldn't admit it, but I was actually rather scared from the sound of the avalanche, and that's why I ran down here. I felt like it would be safer.
Oh well, we
I don't
we
know
were
how
just standing
dangerous
here.
sheep are.
We were just standing here, and the rocks came down and tore up all of the mine carts in here. It was utter chaos. That's why That's why we don't have many guards down here right now at the moment. Sad to say, we're really kind of hoping the workers don't notice. But anyway,
Oh, it's
we're hoping that we can
appreciated
get
for
the
your
rocks cleared soon.
kindness.
Oh, of course, of course.
and then we can jump back over to the other four. What are y'all doing?
Do we need to destroy those blue things?
That's not that is just the smelting and ingots production, which means they're just making shit there. That's not where we want to be. I think there's supposed to be more places to go down here, and I'm not sure why all these minecart tracks are broken, but if we climb across this, and I'm going to demonstrate by jumping up and grabbing thing, I'm gonna
Give me acrobatics publicly.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and just a note, if anyone is currently at 0 hero points, you actually have 1. Since you're about to walk over lava, I wanted to mention that. No,
I make it look easy. I'm like, yeah, this is so easy.
hand over hand, like Tarzan. Zavid gets completely across this lava, no issue. He
When I
does
get
seem
to-
easy.
When I get to the brazier, I'm like, when you get to this part, just sort of like swing your arm around it and dip your head underneath, and then you'll be good. And I just keep going till I drop over here. I'm like, simple.
Okay, who's going next?
I will. I'm brave.
All right, give me acrobatics publicly, please.
I feel like you're light enough that you could literally, like a rat might do, like run atop the thing.
That would have be acrobatics as well. So if you roll high enough and you want to flavor it like that, that would make sense. You're a circus performer.
Yeah,
tightrope.
very true. All right, big money.
Yeah, that is the
please.
tightrope walk, isn't
Oh
it?
no, whammy!
You can have my hero point. I don't need mine. Take mine.
You know what? I'll do what I should have done for the first roll. What's the name of this skill?
Assurance.
Assurance. Yes. Assurance.
You can take your hero point back, Zavid. I forgot the con has that.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, so-
it won't be fancy. I'll just get there, and it'll all be safe.
Con, you just do exactly what Zavid
Yes,
does.
what do you do?
Hand over hand, like you said, nothing fancy. Zavid clearly knows what he's doing with this, so you just follow his lead. Get over, no problem. I think Mythonar is going to try next. He's going to try. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Ugh, ooh. Luckily, he has one, but not for. He doesn't get one every session. He has one. That was close enough. Okay, so Mythonar. It's very ugly.
That mission
it's
failed.
It's like a little
kid.
right.
Siblings.
It's like a little kid on the monkey bars. Very uncoordinated. And it's the center brazier he has issues getting around. It takes him a few tries, and he almost falls a couple of times, but he does manage to get across.
Good hustle. Good hustle. You worried me there.
I'm not used to climbing.
I would also have hated to explain to both Reese and Danny why her brother died. That would be bad. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't.
That would be uncomfortable for everyone, I think.
All right, Demirius, don't let that heavy armor slow you down.
Nope. I back up, and then I'm gonna use my boots of bounding
Nope.
to try to leap across.
Awesome.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. What bonuses does that give you?
Let's see here.
Or does it like let you cast jump or something?
Plus 5-foot items bonus to my speed, plus 2 item bonus to my athletics checks to high jump and long jump. In addition, when I do the leap action, I can move 5 feet further if jumping horizontally 3 feet higher.
Okay. So
5
you can
feet
just you
further,
jump
horizontally 3 feet higher if vertically.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, give me a athletics check and essentially add, let's say, just add 5. Or no, not 5. Add 2. 5 is too much.
To keep your reputation as a big bad GM, God.
Right.
Demirius, you also make it look really easy. In fact, what you do is
I just
what do you do?
3 like forward flips, like.
Yeah, Demirius just leaps across. He doesn't even use the brazier chain. Yeah, the 4 of you are across. So
All right. Didn't know we were showing off, but good job.
all right.
Look, you
Reese,
guys are wearing robes.
what are you doing? How do you get out of where you're at?
Okay, yeah. So obviously I'm playing distraction. Everybody is.
At this point, you would have seen it because you're standing looking south, and the guards are looking north. So you would have seen them get across at this point. So you know you're good.
All right. Where are they on the map? Oh God, they're over there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. All right. So Reese just kind of like is trying to get more information at this point about everything. What are those big blue vats? Did you tell me about those? Is that where the energy is coming?
Oh well, those are the negatronic capacitors. They're made in the floor below, but by the wall. The wall produces them all day. We recently heard that we're going to have to kick up production at the wall, but I just hope that my turn doesn't come up soon, right, siblings? And ha ha ha! All 3 of the orcs start laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I don't want to take my turn at the wall. Oh yeah, no,
God,
you
what
take my
happens at
turn.
the wall? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
that-
I just don't know.
Oh well, that's where all of our clerics charge up the batteries. It's kind of unpleasant, but it's all for the greater good. Ah, the greater good.
Oh, the greater good. Yes. We love the greater good. Wait, so does that mean if the clerics stop, that the energy stops?
Well, no, not the ones they've already made. They're storage. They're storage for the negatronic energy.
That makes so much sense. This education has been so enlightening.
Well, the act of learning is next to divinity. So saith the Artifex. So saith the Artifex.
It is. And there are so many. Like, I noticed, like, you also have a lot of mine carts.
Well, we have to take all of the ingots downstairs.
That makes sense. I was wondering, because sometimes they, like, led to nowhere, and everything has a reason, so it's just glorious.
Oh, well, of course, the quickest way to get there is, and this one starts pointing this way, down to this mine shaft, and says, is taking this mine cart, and then a quick left across the lava. That one goes straight down to the Artifex's laboratory. That's where the high-quality ingots go.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see those. Are the guards still down there?
Oh, well,
I don't want to offend.
there are some down there, but with the mine carts being broken because of the avalanche, we can't get down there right at the moment. So we'll have to wait. I think those people that just came through, I think they're the mine cart engineers, the ones that came to fix it that we called.
That
so
makes sense.
that
I
group
was
of 4
wondering
that just passed by. But yeah, if I would love to show you if I could.
That's fine. You know what? I might just go find those engineers. It has been a glorious dawn sibling.
Oh, it's been glorious. We need to get back to our post anyway. You have
Yeah,
a glorious day,
good
sibling.
work. Goodbye.
And they do go back to their posts.
Okay.
Okay,
Reese is
acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
gonna do some acrobatics.
Hey, how sweet they are. I feel bad for all of them.
Uh-huh.
Well, you rolled it in the tower, but you got a nat 20 for a 37 on your acrobatics. So Reese again makes it look easy. Didn't 3 of you get nat 20s? Good lord.
Yeah. Does Reese run across like a ninja? Like
Reese just like walks with it's like flat. Like there's nothing wrong. I'm just like, what? There's something here?
you don't stick your arms out or even waver. You walk like it's solid ground.
Like Legolas. Reese is a full elf.
He is.
All right, I have
Not
shown
half.
the rest of the map for you.
So when Reese meets up with them, he relays all the information of the fastest way where the lab is, and basically all the things that they were told when getting information out of them all.
Let's keep going. It seems like we have a good cover.
We do, and we know where the lab is now. The clerics fill up those capacitors, but there's still energy being used, so if we knock them out, it really doesn't matter other than more bull for us to fight, which I don't want to do because we have a bigger mission.
Well, we need to get to the artifacts. So if we follow this path,
Yeah.
we can at least gain more information on the way and be better prepared.
By the way, you're engineers now.
I assume that you had told us in the
Okay.
explanation. I was like, we got covers. Cool. This is a good way to get past future obstacles.
Can we
I guess.
like Indiana Jones rail cart like ride this?
There are rail carts on this, and you're on the
Yeah,
side. You're on
yeah.
this side. for the
Okay, I'm
broken
gonna do
ones,
it.
so-
Reese,
I get to this one. All right. So I'm clear. I'm like pushing it over the ant hall and dumping out all the charcoal and stuff and
You do
whatever.
have
Like,
all up from last time.
yeah. And then I'll like put it back, make sure it's aligned to the track, and I'm like shotgun.
there's 2 carts here though, so we could do twosies. I'm gonna go to this one, and he
Right.
starts unloading.
All right. Yeah, and then so you can all get. There's plenty of mine carts in this place. It's actually kind of freaky how many mine carts there are in here. Just the sheer volume of coal and ore and ingots that they push through here on a normal day when the mine carts aren't broken. Because you could see there's a dozen, near here. But yeah, you're able to get them moving and.
Reese and
Give-
Mythanar
give me
are
a
treating
moment.
this like the Tunnel of Love ride in a carnival.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm just
They're
like,
just holding hands.
I'm gonna go with you guys.
Right. If you have to throw up outside of the minecart.
And
Let's fucking go.
and Reese just yells, "And not near us!" And they go.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it a fun ride? Are we having fun?
It is fun. All of
Yay.
you have a good time. You can close out that map now. I'm preparing the next map. But yeah, you go. It zigs and zags through left and right, all through this Minecraft. I keep saying Minecraft. Through this mine shaft, and until you do eventually come to a stop. Share this map with you. It's quite large.
Wow.
So
yeah.
give me a moment while that loads, because it's probably pretty big.
Yeah. Lord, so coming.
Here is this. As your minecart comes to a halt, you begin to look around. You are staring in an advanced smithing area. A ring of roiling magma surrounds an anvil and dozens of bizarre tools. In each corner of the room are huge negatronic capacitors. The far east of the room has more minecart tracks that lead to closed doors. To the north is a walking area, at the center of which is a massive red button surrounded by braziers and the words, "Do not press."
I'm going to press that.
Wait, do detect magic first.
You sprint.
You can't stop
Reese does
me.
detect magic. Before he gets to the button.
Has the map loaded?
Yes.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
I don't know
I'm
if we
so
have
happy.
permission to move though.
No, it should be unlocked.
Okay, sorry, I was having issues.
Is
Oh, there we
Are you
go.
able to move?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
I might have just been lagging a little bit.
Wait, stop!
It's a
No! It literally tells you not to press it. You don't know what it does. Sneak.
But I don't trust
Megatronic.
these people, so like, probably a good
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, listen, this guy's smart. If he suspects that at least one foolhardy group of adventurers is going to try and press that button, it would make just as much sense that it is a trap. He does not want his own followers pressing it, and they are loyal, so they will press it. But we are not loyal, so if we press it, it could spring the trap.
Maybe it's reverse psychology. Wants you to press it.
Reese goes through his pack, gets a rope. I will tie you up. Zavid told me how to do it properly this time. If you don't,
I'll make an aid check.
Yeah, that book was really informative, actually. Thanks for that, Zavid.
yeah, me and Mython are seriously looked over at the on the way on with the minecart. We just learned.
what to
Let
say
me
to
make a
that.
perception check to see if I know if you're good. I'm glad. I'm so glad that it helped you.
Exactly.
You guys are like giggling to yourselves and stuff, and I'm just like, there's nothing strange about this.
What book?
Oh, it's one of Benny's books that she lent me.
Okay.
So it's the one with the barbarian and the bard, and they go on all these adventures together.
There's a rope.
Sounds
tying
interesting.
Yeah, you should ask her to borrow. That's good.
But seriously,
I'm only
Reese
interested
does
in one
do
book.
detect magic.
Oh, you're detecting magic?
Yeah, on that
Uh,
button.
It does not appear to be magical.
Really mechanical trap.
Cool.
I'm gonna look up. I'm looking around at everything to see if there's any sort of indication that there might be like a hole that opens up and a thing comes out, or like any sort of trap mechanisms.
Roll me another perceptions in this tower this time, because the last one was for seeing if Reese and Mythonar were being serious about ropes. Okay, taking a moment to look around, you do see where that center ring is with like the big anvil. You do see above there's a circular thing that could open. It's got a split. The very southern wall, there's a large wall with again a split down the center that it looks like it could open.
Oh, you mean here?
No, far south.
This
This
wall.
wall. That wall is where the split is, and this is where the ceiling has kind of a split.
See. All right. How about this? Oh, by the way, is this just a wall right here, or is that a hallway that keeps going?
That is a hallway that keeps going that I've just not here. That's just a hallway. Let me do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a hallway that keeps going.
We can circle back here. Might be able to even learn what the purpose of the button is or how to open that door on the top of the forge area. And then there's another set of doors where that statue's far wall. We don't know if it's all connected, but we might be able to figure out more if we search around.
Gotcha.
Looks like it's skeleton. There's probably nothing down there.
Okay, so you're going to be walking around, is that correct?
Yeah, and I look over at these spider webs that are just choking the hallway. Is that really there?
No, I'm sorry. This map, I've had to take this map and shoehorn my game into this map, so a couple of the details have to be. So no, thank you for asking. Those spider webs are not actually there. The hallways are clean, relatively.
This is a cool little design they've painted onto the tile. I wonder why they did it.
I'll give you at least this area.
What's up with these statues here?
Which statue?
These by the button.
Yeah, I was actually kind of interested in looking at those.
No problem. I have an image for that. Give me, let's see. Who else looking at these statues? Reese, Demirius?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. And Zavid, you're going up to the north?
Yeah, I want to search and see if there's any notes, scrolls, anything that could offer information about what's going on.
Sure. Well, first, Demirius, Khan, and Reese, give me Arcana or crafting checks in the tower.
I'll do crafting.
Oh, balls. Okay. I was gonna ask for a religion check, but that makes sense too.
No, Khan, this checks out. You see statues of two humanoids who are sitting in a sitting position, hands in their laps, but they look like no humanoid you've ever seen before. Whereas every member of the Cogito Machinist has parts that are mechanical, these statues seem to be of humanoids who are all mechanical. There's no words beneath them or anything. They are both the same statue, but mirror images of one another, like the food dogs outside of Chinese restaurants. That is what you see.
I think this is like...
Oh, there is some Gnomish beneath it. I keep forgetting Mythonar speaks Gnomish. There's a little bit of Gnomish beneath it, and he says, they say Saint BX9.
Can I do a society?
You could do religion.
Religion, yeah.
Yeah, any of you who want to try religion in the tower on that.
I don't think I can. So no.
But you see the same statue up where you're at.
Oh, that one in the center is the same
one?
one?
One in the center is the same statue. You just can't read Gnomish. So.
Do I still make a religion, or do I?
If you don't know that it says what it says in Gnomish, you take a -4. But if you talk to the other people and hear what it says, you can. Which we can kind of hand wave that if you want. Let's
do that. I'll roll.
Cool.
And then whatever score I get when I talk to them, if you want to add 4 to it, just see if that gets me where I need to be.
Got it. No, none of you have ever heard of Saint BX9. That's totally different, new to you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just looking at the construct of this, do you think this is what their aim is, what their perfect being is?
One of them, at least.
We've come across like nearly half their
also,
bodies
can
are...
we hear the humming from the beams that are on the other side of the wall?
You hear it, that humming sound. You definitely hear it from what you see on the map, the little energy lines there coming from the negatronic capacitors. You absolutely hear it from that. Okay. Yeah, everything you can see is what you can see.
Right. Well, Reese is just gonna go pretty much back to where Savid ended up going around, but he'll go to the opposite corridor.
Okay. I'll do Zavid first since you came up here first. You do see that same statue of Saint BX9, but this appears to be a lot of personal quarters. Not anyone is in their room. They're weirdly empty. But you notice that going kind of like, peeking in room to room, seeing what you see, they all seem very, very similar to each other. There's a small bed with just a basic blanket and a basic pillow. There's a pair of drab shoes at the foot of the bed. There's a copy of the Cassandali Holy Book on a small nightstand. You notice that there are very few personal effects in any of these rooms. Very, very, very few personal effects.
I mean, these people have been essentially kidnapped and brainwashed to come here and work, so their families probably don't know where the fuck they went or what happened to them. I saw on the map there's scrolls, so I'm just seeing if they have any instruction plans, anything that's just sort of like lying around. That's like that's on the job stuff.
Sure, give me a crafting in the tower, because you do find some stuff, but I want to see what you understand. Okay, you definitely find at least one schematic for how to take. It's clearly a dragon scale, and how to coat it in a liquid metal to galvanize it essentially. And you see that they've been doing this with a gold mithril alloy. That's what you've been able to glean from what you find.
And is it a dragon scale detached from a dragon or still attached to the dragon?
Detached. It doesn't say anything about where they come from or where they go, just to how to take a scale and galvanize it in a gold mithril alloy.
Hey, Mythnar, Khan, we should probably go check and see if Zavid's getting into trouble. I'll stay here for a second with the...
I walk over here. I imagine Reese also like crosses the hallway and I jump. It's you guys. Fuck.
Yeah, no.
Scare the shit out of me.
Find anything?
This creepy piece of work. They're prying off the dragon scales of our copper friend, I think. Galvanizing them in some alloy, and I think they're probably building their own artificial dragon. Like a mecha Godzilla, that sort of situation.
That definitely, I don't know what a Godzilla is, but sure.
It's a legend from my people. It's like a big flightless dragon, but bigger than a normal dragon that just... if it breathes on you, its breath is radioactive and you'll get cancer. That's how it kills you.
Simple enough. Gross. Okay, well, we need to stop that.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
So-
No one's ever killed the Godzilla. Yeah, I mean, this, of course, is what you said meant. Well, there's more stuff up here. I'm gonna kind of run and slow down once I get up to this part of the hallway. See what
All
this is
right. Let me open up a little more for you.
These are personal quarters, but that means that maybe nearby there might be a head officer quarters or something.
Yeah, there's some stuff. Give me a second here.
Ooh, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this dungeon area. And then that's more here. A little more
I'm just
here.
slowly walking around this button, looking at it.
The red shiny button. I'm so
face
pleased
really-
with myself.
I imagine you look like your picture to your weapons drawn, and you're just like, if this button tries anything.
Yeah. I'm just running my hand across it slowly.
It's smooth, but it's kind of cold, but it's very inviting. It's so inviting.
Put my face against it.
It feels like your mother's hugs.
Stop.
When I showed this button idea, I've shown this to 6 different DM friends. All of them laughed their asses off every time I showed them this. I'm like, they can't not, right?
I'm gonna look down this little sliver of a hallway. I'll be like, Demarius, behave.
It startles you
Yeah,
when
but-
you hear it, Demarius. You
Love
see
of
there are-
God. Ugh.
What?
Just don't touch it. Let us know if you hear any intruders. Not intruders, we're the intruders, but people who belong here but are bad to us.
I'm not touching it.
That's touching it. Stop it.
Oh.
So you see that there are 2 rooms here, one of which, the smaller one, has double doors that you can see. The other one has doors on the other side.
I am going to test the door and put on my
It is
disguise.
unlocked. It is unlocked, and you now have your smile on. Boop. So let me see here. What you see, I have a description. This room contains a large central table with 2 fancy, well-built chairs to the south, and the only uncomfortable stools to the north of the table. Every wall is covered in shelf after shelf of notebooks, folders, and files. A tall statue of what appears to be a leather-clad human with, 1 second, I need to un-ID that. A leather-clad human with long hair stands upon a pedestal to the south, staring ominously down at you.
Could I surmise that this is Chandelier or whatever?
You can pretty easily assume that that is probably, yeah, an effigy of Cassandra.
Intimidating math symbols.
I'll come in. I'll give a slight bow and be like, Gabriel sends his regards. And then I'm going to search the...
I love that. I love that so much. Give me perception in the tower. I forgot what I was going to ask for. I love that so much.
Let's see, perception in the tower.
Okay. You see, again, every one of these shelves is just stuffed with books and folders and things. You look through them, and you can see that they match the 2 notebooks that are on the tables there. The tables contain 2 books, one in front of the left chair, another in front of the right. Each page on both books contains the same form. The left book's form asks questions such as, have you ever failed to honor the Lady of Information? If so, describe the most recent event. Do you ever suffer from thoughts of abandoning, deserting, or betraying our family and glorious artifacts? Are you ever tempted to keep sentimental items that shackle you to the physical realm? The book on the right, the forms inside appear to be much more clinical, asking invasive, personal, and suspiciously specific medical questions. And everything in all the shelves are just the same stuff. It's stuffed with these forms.
So this is sort of like a disciplinary type of thing, both psychological and medical.
You're free to interpret that. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything for them to know about how, I mean, on the medical side, more than the brainwashing culty bit stuff, more like what are they looking for with these invasive questions? What are the sort of warning signs that they're trying to suss out from their flock?
For the medical stuff, they're mostly trying to learn everything they can about them, but it's just really personal questions. Like, I can't think of one at the top of my head, but just
have you
things
noticed
that
your
are inappropriate.
stools have been more blah blah
have
blah?
been
Yeah, stuff like
heavier
that.
or looser than recent. Yeah, really personal, invasive questions.
Is the lint in your belly button getting stinkier?
And again, suspiciously specific medical questions.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
If I can't find anything that talks about this facility or operations here, then I guess I'll peel out of here.
Yeah, nothing beyond really invasive and again psychological kind of stuff. That's just, yeah.
I open the door. I look back at the statue. I know that sometimes, not all the time, but some deities like to use statues that are built in their likeness as like certain like little window panes into the material realm to kind of always have like a look on things. Just in case that's the case for her, I look back, I'm like, you need to get your house in order, all right? Because this is getting fucked up, even for our standards. Close the door.
I love that.
I see you guys. I'm like,
This is still keeping his eye on Demarius.
I see that. I'm like, good. Very good. That's all called stuff in there. It's not like helpful for what's going on in this place.
And there
I
is a
haven't checked
door
this room.
there is a door to there, and it is also this one is locked though.
Hey, Con.
God, hey God, we need you.
I feel eyes on me. I'm gonna go to the side where they can't see me.
Sprint. What's going on up here?
Nothing.
Where did he go?
Is
yeah.
it a thievery check to pick the lock?
Yep, thievery.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fine.
Public or dice tower?
Public, please. I'm so happy I built that button. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, Con, you're without much issue able to pop this door open. Shaw, there you are.
What if I just
This
press
large-
it a little bit?
I opened this side, like, hey, this side was open the whole time.
This large room has a square metal counter that meets with a separate central pedestal topped with a red covering. There are many small tools, not stools, tools on the counters, boxes and barrels along the wall, 4 shelves with books, and a strange machine near the northern end. An acrid yet sterile smell of chemicals fills the air.
Oh,
Jump over the desk, start searching.
Give me perception checks, anyone who's searching in here.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's fucking clean this place out. Find like a +3, like glowing broadsword. Like, oh, this is cool. What are they doing with this here?
Zavid, to you, it becomes quickly obvious that this is an operating room, and that's a surgical table.
This is where they
because
put
all the
in.
tools. This is where they do it. It becomes very quickly apparent. And Con, though, you come across a book that is on the counter here. It's laid open. And it's called, I'm going to link this in the chat there. It's called Brain Controlled Interfaces, Design and Development of a Mind-Controlled Prosthetic Using Negatrocephalographic Sensors by Dr. Skimblenook Garwinkle, MD. This text contains within it all of the research of Dr. Garwinkle of the Cogito Machinus in regards to how to construct negatricity-powered prosthetics. Also, the procedure to wire the prosthetics to the nervous system, allowing full control. Studying this book for a week, at least 1 hour per day for 7 consecutive days, will permanently increase the reader's medicine proficiency by 1 step. Trained to expert, expert to master, master to legendary if you have the high enough level.
And then we can use it to make our own army to fight Rovagard.
2 can play at that immoral game.
Aha!
I know I'm like the shittiest one out of all of us, but even I think that that's pretty bad.
I didn't actually say. I'm not even there, so.
Does anybody have anything in medical?
I got trained in medicine.
It's
God.
essentially a free boost to your medicine proficiency.
I think whoever has the highest right now should have that, so they get even higher.
Yeah, I have experts, but I don't really use medicine.
Well, I have a project I need your help with. So if you want to boost
Be
it
a
to master.
Well, I do like learning things.
Then again, I do risky surgery, so it might actually be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That also
Okay.
makes sense. I forgot you do that.
Either way,
All right.
so who wants it? Zavid?
I'll hold on to it. I don't have time to read it now, obviously, but this could be useful.
There you go.
At the very least, learning how it works means if we come across more people like this, we could learn how to undo it without permanent damage, and that would be very good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put it in my pack,
Yep, I have dropped
and
that
I'll-
in your inventory.
and I'll just tell Con, like, if you change your mind, just let me.
Gotcha, I will.
Poke my head in and see what you guys are doing. Back to the button.
Nothing. I look at the rest of this stuff. This is all just like different installation procedures for these devices, right?
That's
Can I
right.
just like burn this shit?
You absolutely can.
I'll look to you all like, this is what we have here this is what all that's based on. We got the source document. This shit doesn't need to exist because it's going to be used for ill.
I
You got these
will
braziers and
just
stuff
help
down here.
to use strength and destroy anything that you need me to. I will gladly.
I'll just find a torch. I'll just start lighting this shit up. I'll be like, you all want to get out of here. It's going to get very smoky.
The fight, like I said, I could just. Okay.
Oh, I run. That was quick.
There you go.
I didn't know it was going to be that fast.
Well, it's filled with like chemicals and stuff too, so.
Yeah, there's a
Well-
lot of really horrible like medical stuff in here. The entire counter catches fire quite quickly.
I guess we'll just lock the doors, and then eventually that smoke will seep its way up in the ceiling and out where the vents where like this area down here are. I'm imagining, because you have to have good ventilation in an underground system or people will die of carbon monoxide and other breathable gases. So I imagine there's like a like
Maybe-
design that helps move gases out.
Maybe this button will open things up more to let the gases out.
No.
No, you fucker. Don't you dare.
You have not.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me.
Hmm?
Sharon Ray would be ashamed of you if you push that button.
I know many
Would
things
she?
about traps and getting lost.
How about
Don't want to press that button.
you promise me
Big red
that you will not
buttons
press
aren't
it?
really something that's written about.
You know what it is? Breaking promises and being dishonest. Make a promise with us right now. You're not going to press it. Because I know if you make a
No.
promise, you won't do it. Yes, I knew you intended to, you son of a bitch. Make a promise now.
I promise I won't.
Repeat after me. How's this sound? All right, repeat after me and mean it.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to
Demirius,
word this.
grief of Saren Ray.
I, Demirius, grief of Sarenrae.
Do promise not to push this button
Button.
Sorry,
again. I didn't hear that.
What?
What was that? I'm sorry. My ears have a little something in them.
Dude,
I looked at Cod. I'm like, poison a dagger now.
I promise not to touch the button.
You promise.
Yeah.
Or
I need to get away from
Sarenrae
this thing.
Will eat my soul.
No. I'm
Forever.
not saying that.
Can I make a perception check to see if I believe that? I'm inclined to. I just want to do one more cursory check to see if. Oh. Well, you tell me. Are you being honest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20. You tell him.
Yeah, I was very
Okay.
mystified by it. It's like someone handing you like one of those pop-it things or like this fidget spinner, like you just want to play with it, but like
I put my arm around you and I face you away from it. I'm like, this is what dark magic is like. Okay, now you understand the draw of like wanting to do necromancy and shit like that. It's like this big red button. Don't press it. It's bad. But what happens when you do? We know who made this button actually means to hurt us. So let's not do that.
all right. I'm just saying.
And
First
we're
chance
just
I get.
saying don't.
I go,
Reese goes up the hallway towards where there's the
To the north? Oh,
and now I was gonna say now Khan's down there. And she's like, but I can press the button.
I know how
You
handy
jump on
promise
it.
is.
Reese, you see a small area. I'm going to reveal this a little bit at a time. You see a small area that opens up. There's no one standing here. And again, the spider webs are not there.
Oh, this place is massive.
Yeah, but across here, there's a massive chasm with a rickety kind of wooden bridge.
Oh,
Just at the end of your field of view, you can see a line of negatronic capacitors that are all synced up to each other.
Reese just goes out and okay, so basically there's more of those capacitors in a giant hallway. It's not worth crossing the rickety bridge. Let's just continue. I don't want to deal with
yeah. It seems like they use that as their main
power source.
force field. Yeah, we need to find a way to shut them down. It could be the button, but until we find out for sure, we need something
did you
that
say you
lets
need
us
to
know
press
that's
the button.
I grab you, I tackle you. I said, calm yourself, grief observer. God, your muscles are huge. Listen, we need to find information. Right? We checked this room, it's all culty, brainwashy bullshit. We checked this room, it's the operations room for how they implant that shit.
And
We
everything
need to check.
above is just more power supply.
Wait, really? Open a door.
Yeah, let's open more doors.
Seems like everyone's gone. They're probably working on the wall. They're working double time, I think.
The
Especially after that avalanche.
Really distracted them.
Yeah.
The avalanche was a very good choice, Demirius. I will say that cleared this place out real well. So yeah, this area appears to just be for food and dining. There's a very small, humble kitchen, and then just tables with plates, forks, a hearth. This is very clearly a kitchen and eating area.
I raid the kitchen really fast, just grabbing some stuff, some extra food. I come out, I give Mythanar like a hawk of a fucking turkey leg.
Oh, thanks. And he just dives into it. He's definitely a carnivore.
Con, what do you want? I've got sausage links. I got the block of cheese. I got
sausage links.
Sausage. I tossed you the sausage links. They like wrap around your.
Over here.
I'm like, I didn't want to assume, but it looked good.
Look, it's a good assumption that I definitely love sausage.
And for you, Demirius, a big slice, not a slice, like a butt of ham, and it's red. I'm like, just like that red button. You eat this while you think about it, all right?
I'll hold it and just like press it.
It's a candied ham. It's a holiday ham. Like, it's the best kind of ham you're gonna get for a while. All right, let's go. Eating and running.
You see that this is a more of a quarters, more beds, very drab, no personal effects, just a pair of boots, the same pair of clothes, a red cloak, a holy book of Cassandali, no personal
I'll take that. I'll take the holy book. It's good to just read up on that stuff, so.
All right, yeah, you can definitely grab one of those. But beyond, there's a latrine, but beyond that, there's a small meeting room with a center. There's not a lot in this area. A few of the beds do have sleeping orcs and gnomes. I have not put those graphics on here, but they all are sleeping full on their back, eyes closed, and each of them has a wire going into them wherever.
Oh yeah, it is a defense system. They will all be alerted if we fuck up, so we got to be careful. But as I walk by, I'm like, it looks like we can kind of not be as stealthy as normal because they are sort of brainwashed out.
All right.
Good. And Reese just like runs down the hallway and checks for the other doors.
Right. Are you gonna go to this center right spot or the center top or the top
We'll
right?
go to the
spot?
center.
Center.
I'll follow you. Yeah.
All right. Let me open this up to there.
Ooh.
You see some of the same, but this first room here is clearly a meeting room for religious gatherings. There's pews, there's another statue of Cassandali at the far end, and a small pulpit where one could stand. There's a few private quarters. Again, pair of boots, holy book, robes. Nothing in their rooms.
I mean, but what about this glowing battle axe and this glowing sword over here?
Yeah, these are small offices that do have some like tables with works of paper and things on them. Leafing through the one at the top where the sword room. Sword room. You do find sort of a set of blueprints. Give me crafting, Zavid. And if you're with him, you can roll too.
It was clear this is like a dwarven map that you've repurposed, which is funny.
It's because this is a dwarven place that these people have taken over.
Okay.
Yes.
Sense.
That's on. All right, Zavid, did you? Oh, you did too. So
Still got higher than you.
yeah.
Rolling a 4.
It's difficult to suss out all this stuff because the math is weird. You know, it's gnomish science. It's bonkers. But
They use a different decimal system.
yeah, they do math in base 8.
Yeah, base 8.
So instead of counting 10 fingers, they count the spaces between their fingers. Base 8. But you're kind of getting the sense that he's building a large machine. It almost looks like a mechanical plow. like the kind of thing you would put on the back of an ox to pull. It's like a big metal thing, but with the plow on the front. But beyond that, you can't really figure out what it is.
Is it like a bulldozer design? Like
Roughly, yes.
demolitions. I'm gonna take it. I'm stealing designs and stuff like that. At the very least, there might be interesting ways to use and implement things that aren't going to end the world that could be useful. Yeah. So I'll start taking stuff, throwing them in a pack.
Yeah. So without getting too much information, just grab and throw it in your bag.
Something we could look at later. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're able to raid them with very little issue. But that's all you find as far as paperwork type stuff. There's, weapons, tools, that kind of thing scattered around. No detect magic. Nothing pings as magic for either of you in these areas.
I'm gonna
as well.
blast through this wall to get to here, so I don't have to run all the way around.
Oh, you guys are done looking at the boring rooms?
We found designs for a bulldozer. That's about it.
Yeah, they're boring. Look,
Excuse me.
we
Well,
have-
you're sitting in front of darkness. What's happening here? Ah!
Down this hall, there are 3 rooms. Each of them have dozens, hundreds maybe, of candles all around them. These seem to have, give me religion checks, everyone.
power?
In the tower, yes. Alright. Demirius picks up first that each of, like on the bottom right door room with the table with all the papers on it, each of those is like a 1-page almost synopsis of several different Galarian gods, like Sarenrae, Shalin, Norgorber. It's all the ones I can come up with off the top of my head, but it's bunches and bunches and bunches of different gods, like a 1-page, almost a scholastic essay about the god, what they believe in, where their worshippers are from, where they gain their power, domains, weaknesses, relationships with other deities, things like that. They're very academic. They're not very religious in nature.
Yeah.
Is it every god or only the important gods?
Many. I won't say all, but but there are some lower level gods as well. Some from many different lands, some from the Tian Sha, some from Assyrian, some from the Dwarven pantheon.
Really weird. Like they're researching other gods. This isn't religious text, it's just a breakdown of what they believe.
It's like Cliff Notes.
Yeah,
It's like someone taking a world religions class,
essentially.
Okay.
I mean, this is the.
I know you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, this is goddess of knowledge. It kind of makes sense, but
Just let me know. Is there something about Kaburi there? Just let me know. I need to, for his pride. I need to know that they're at least taking him seriously.
Give me a perception check. See if you flip
I'll
through
help
it.
him look through it.
In the tower.
Okay.
Zavid, you do find one. It's short. It's not as long as some of the other entries. They, much to your pride, they seem to not know very much about Cabriri.
I'll burn that.
All right. Yeah, you do so.
The less they know, the more it will surprise them.
You feel a comforting cold wash over you for a moment. Like when you walk outside after a fresh snow. That, yes. And then it's gone. That's it.
Cool. I was gonna say to the Reese, like, I know you know this is boring, but you know me and Demiris, this is all we're about.
Yeah, we have a mission.
At the end. Sorry, go ahead.
There's only so much books and learning that I could deal with in one day, and this is just too much. And he just like walks forward.
All right. This opens up to a large round room, the far end of which the walls are completely smashed down, and you can see beneath and on the other side the large cavernous scar that bridge is overcoming. And now that you're getting a good look at it, you can start to finally see the shape and just how wide that chasm is. There you are.
Is there
But-
any way to access that to go around? Or would we have to go on that bridge?
It's pretty much just the bridge or magic if you have it. But in this room, I have a description here. This large circular room is a vision of dwarven architectural ruin. 3 stone thrones, carved with loving care, point towards a central smith's anvil high upon a raised pedestal. Around the circumference of the room are stone pillars, each carved with a different dwarvish rune and symbol beneath. And I think Khan's the only one who speaks Dwarven?
Yep.
Double check. I'm pretty sure.
Does anyone else?
Yeah, I do speak Dwarven.
Yeah, I think Khan's the only one.
Oh, I speak Dwarven,
Oh,
apparently.
you do? Cool.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, you basically just pick one and I'll tell you what it says then.
Hammer.
Oh, I meant the pillars, the 10 pillars around the circumference of the room. Or the anvil. The anvil actually has one too. Khan, if you go straight to that anvil, everyone roll me a religion in the tower and we'll just see what all you figure out. Okay. So, Khan, you walk up to that anvil and you see that there's a symbol carved right into the top of it. And it's a symbol of a mouth with 8 legs coming out of it.
Hate that.
You recognize it immediately as the holy symbol, the unholy symbol of Rovagug. It is right on the top of that anvil.
Hey, guys.
I have to get out of that picture. It's too gross.
Ugh.
Can I just lift that up and just throw it into the chasm?
It is
Fuck the
attached.
anvil?
It's into the cement, the foundation.
I
beneath.
will
It's
lift it
built
up and
into.
throw it into the chasm.
I will help.
There's an easier way. Take out my pickaxe. Just like destroy the face of it.
You're welcome to do that. Yeah, it wouldn't take much. It is just an anvil. So if you wanted to face the holy symbol of Rovagug, you're welcome to.
All right. And then if I have any sort of like charcoal or like chalk or anything that I could like draw with, I'm gonna draw little bunny ears on what's left of it and do little bunny,
Oh, I have
some
chalk.
little buck teeth.
I'll pass over
Perfect.
chocolate.
I love that.
Yeah, like the adorable beast. I'm sure you'll love that.
The fluff beast.
The fluff beast.
The fluff
Actually,
beast.
that's great.
Instead
That's
of the
good.
rough beast, the fluff. Yeah, the fluff
We
beast.
love it.
But yeah, that's what you see on the anvil. But there are symbols on the pillars and around the outside.
I think we're just gonna read them all. So if you want to like
Okay,
just
sure.
read them to us.
Yeah, just
Then I'm going to start at 1 o'clock and go count clockwise.
Okay.
First one you see that Khan recognizes immediately as Lao Shupo, Grandmother Rat.
Oh.
2 o'clock. And Zavid and Reese both got nat 20s on their religion checks, so I'm gonna just tell you what all of these are, because 2 nat 20s, I'm just gonna let that happen. The second
Between
one-
us, we should have it. Yeah.
you should have an idea.
Yep, Droskar. 2 o'clock is Droskar, a dwarven god. At 3 o'clock, he's also known as the Dark Smith. At 3 o'clock is Asmodeus, the Prince of Law.
Asmodeus. Right, hold on.
Asmodeus. At 4 o'clock, come on, is the dwarven goddess Folgrit, the Watchful Mother. At 5 o'clock, Demirius is very pleased to see the Dawnflower of Sarenrae. 6 o'clock is the Forge Fire Ongrod, the dwarven god. At 7 o'clock is the Master of the First Vault, Abadar, a giant key. At 8 o'clock is the dwarven god Torag, the father of creation. 9 o'clock, Reese, you notice immediately, the Knot of Isis, the Queen of Miracles. And at number 10, just before the breach in the wall, Zavid recognizes the unholy symbol of Aresh Kagal, the faceless sphinx, the demon lord.
Wait,
But it
would
appears-
Reese understand that one too?
Aresh Kagal? I don't think so.
I'm thinking Sphinxy, so like that's.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah, perhaps you would probably recognize that as well.
Yeah.
And then there should be two more where the wall has been smashed. So you don't know what the remaining two would be.
Well, could we try to piece it together? This was here before they got here, right? This is something that
this
was
is very old. All of it. Even the unholy symbol of Rovagug was there before this cult was here. So in the one in the anvil.
Oh, so they just found the creepiest looking one and went that one.
No, I think this is an alliance of gods that bound Rovagug to the material.
That makes more sense.
Yes. Because we have Asmodeus, as who we know it does not want the world to be destroyed because he wants to rule it. So that makes sense that he's here with Saren and the rest.
Well, let's take quick notes of these other deities that.
Yeah, who else do we know opposed?
I know the Knot of Isis, and I know the Demon Lord a little.
Aresh Kagal and Isis. There's also Fulgrit. So I guess I want to. Shane don't remember, but maybe this is all that Zavid thinks about. So maybe he would. Can I make a check to see if I could recall or devise who the other ones are?
Absolutely. Give me a religion in the tower. With a +2 since you're in this room.
Hold on. This holy symbol.
Could I give him help to remember? Since...
Sure, yeah, you can roll up.
I didn't.
Or Demirius roll a public religion.
I forgot to put +2 on.
Okay.
So if I get an 8, we just add that and 8.
Okay, so yeah, aid, give me public one.
Oh, not great.
You do aid, so that adds 1.
Oh, yeah, because it's over 20.
So 3, so yeah, Zavid, the first thing you realize is that all of the gods on the northern half of this circle are evil. All the ones on the southern half are good in some form or another. It's one thing you notice. So you immediately recognize that the two that are missing are more than likely evil gods. So that takes care of because you were immediately thinking, oh, maybe Shelin because of Danny, but no, that doesn't fit because Shelin is definitely a good goddess. So you're thinking.
Wait a minute. So I haven't heard much about one of the evil gods, one of the most known evil gods that I think is probably not aiding Rovagug because I've heard nothing about him. I think it might be because of his sister, and I think his sister Shelin. Is it Zon Kuthan?
You nailed it. One of them is Zon Kuthan. You realize that these are in the order of a sundial, and the Midnight Lord should be at midnight. Well done. Well done, Shane. Yes.
I did a little reading.
No, I'm impressed, and I'm giving it to you because you did that out of character.
Give him a hero point.
Yeah, hero point, and you get the knowledge. Yes. Well done. The Midnight Lord is at midnight. I am impressed.
So we got Zon Kuthan over there. The only other one I can think of would probably, I know Kaburi is opposed it from the get-go, right?
Yes, but the Cabriri is also a relatively new god.
Okay, so we're thinking bigger. We're thinking more known.
Demirius specifically, give me a religion check in the tower.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Also, if we look on
in relation to where the pillars are too. Said. Work this out.
Demirius, you're trying to think back to what your teacher said, Zavrim.
Mm-hmm.
He told you the story of the First War, and you remember that he showed you the secret vault where those evil heroes were buried, the heroes of the evil gods. And you remembered that Kabiri was one of them, and you remember that Lao Shupo was one of them. But you remember that the one in the center, Abeladon the Terrible, she was the chosen of Juriel, the Horseman of War. An extremely evil, but very pivotal hero in the war against Rovagug.
I'll realize that. For them. Mention that name as your the pillar's missing.
So, which one was it you said? It was the Horseman of War?
Yeah. Remember when we went to that crypt that everyone showed us?
Yeah.
One of the champions was buried there.
I see. So is the champion of this horseman. I get it. The one at the top, if this is like a clock, that is midnight, is Zankutan. Zankutan has a lot of worship in the plane of shadow. He's all about pain. If the world is destroyed, who can feel pain anymore? You know, it's very similar to Asmodeus. How can I rule if there is nothing to rule over?
Yeah.
How can people feel pain if there are no people? It's a very existential, like, we need a world so that evil can still exist type of alliance, you know?
As much as I don't agree with it, there needs to be some sort of a balance.
Yeah. It just means that I hate to say it, but I look at these gods as very practical because evil is actually a force, and what they do is they try to maintain that balance. Obviously, they're selfish, they're evil, they want all the control, but they're smart enough to know when to put their pride aside and work for what will benefit everyone, even if it's their enemies. And that allows them to stay alive, and it's probably what has kept them in power for so long. Anyway, that's a theocratical lesson for the rest of you. Yay.
Yay.
Hey.
Thank you for joining our sermon.
Can I?
Like Reese just kind of a little dissociating, like,
We're going to fight someone to the death soon, I promise. First, I just need to write down all the names of these gods in their order so that I know if there's any significance to how they're like set up, then we can use that again if we have to do this again with different gods.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
I'll
you're
respect
able to
that.
note those down, and I've sent those to Discord, so you have those now.
All right, cool.
Cool. After that, let's.
Let's go to that creepy ass bridge.
Mm.
The bridge?
Wait a minute. There's more areas down here, and we kind of ignored this door that opens up.
Wait, there's a door?
Yeah,
Which
down
one?
here behind this thing.
Right. At the very far south.
Now, we don't
There
know
goes the
how
button.
to undo. Wait. Hold on. Stop.
I know, this map is gigantic. It's fine.
Wait, come this way. Hey, follow me. Haha. Okay, there's areas over here. What's over here?
These are two minecart tracks that go to a completely dead end. Or, well, not a dead end. They go to a door that appears to be locked up tight like a drum.
Oh, God.
I'm on it.
All right, Con, give me a thievery check in the tower, please.
You
I
betcha.
don't want you to know your result.
Aw.
All right, you do manage after a few moments. This is a complicated lock. It's got like 6 tumblers, but you manage to pick it and open it up. And when you do, Zavid, please give me a will save.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Fuck, why did I do this to
Oh
myself?
my god!
I am using a hero point. I am using a hero point.
You have that.
Okay,
All right.
34.
You feel you feel the dragon sickness in you well up again. You manage to keep your control and you push it down, but you haven't felt it in a while, but this triggers it hard. What you see in front of you is exactly what you see in front of you. Massive, massive amounts of gold coins just overflowing out of chests covering this floor.
This is cool. Maybe when we leave, we can take the shit with us. All right, Demirius. I'm sorry that was so hard on you before, because I'm facing my own struggles right now.
I understand. I think as we
I'm gonna go to
each
this
other, then
room.
we both turn and look towards the things that we want.
I'm looking towards this room. I'll be like, one last door, please. I'll try to open it. Is it locked?
This one is also locked. Con, one more thievery check in the tower, please.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, that's enough. And again, this is another room that does not look like it is. There is only one chest, not 9, or however many are in here. There is one chest on a central pedestal.
Ooh.
Uh,
I could risk my life and limb and check it out.
Sure, don't tell me to touch the button, but just walk in there to some chest.
You're right. Detect magic.
Unmagical.
I'll take kind of look. I want a perception check for traps.
Yep, perception in the tower.
Oh, sorry, tower. Fuck.
Oh, that's fine. This is clearly trapped. There's very obviously a trigger inside the lock, which you or Khan could do with a crafting check to probably disable it. But if she were to have attempted to pick it, it would have sprung immediately.
I'll point it out and be like, I'll aid you and make a crafting to aid.
Okay, public for Zavid, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh, I was also 20.
Not enough to aid, but not enough to hurt. So Con public crafting, no bonuses.
All right.
Yeah, Zavid, you have no idea. This is gnomish tech. You don't know how this lock works.
She'll take out her little, I guess, mechanical dissection kit and start fiddling around with this. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay, hero point. Cool.
Big money, no whammies.
Come on.
Use my hero point. I'm using it for you. Reroll.
Thank you.
I couldn't aid. At least I can give you this.
I like it. That's teamwork. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, Con, you're working on it, and you actually fuck it up for a second, and Zavid goes, no, and he pops your finger up just an inch, and he stops you from accidentally triggering this trap, and and then as soon as he does that, you see what you were about to do, and you go and click, and you get it open, no problem. That's my description of him using the hero point.
Yay!
And inside is a single book. And on the cover of it is a golden cog. Flipping through it, it's a thick ream of blueprints, schematics, and plans. This is the culmination of all the knowledge the Cogito Machinist has pieced together from lost alien technologies. The mathematics, concepts, and diagrams are all but unintelligible nonsense to all but the most legendary of crafters. Con, you're seeing, though, that this is some kind of mechanical contraption that it looks like it's based off of moles. Digging, tunneling, rodent machine.
Mech suit. Rat mech suit.
You don't understand the math yet, though, Con. You think you might need to be better in crafting.
I'm going to take out my little blueprint dossier and fit it in. I'm keeping this.
I have dropped that into your inventory. Artifex Glastwick Finibus's Magnum Opus.
She scribbles out the signature Khan's masterpiece.
The only thing that really makes sense to you is that it's called the M0L3 Boring Bot. Mole.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the only thing in that room.
I see.
Yeah, M0L3 Mole. That's all that's in that room. That single chest with that single bound book. Everyone give me perception checks in the tower, please.
for for the guy who's just standing pissed off behind us, like, no, those are my schematics. You can't. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Demirius and Reese, the two of you hear behind you steam begin to hiss. Power surges across the floors. The southern wall begins to split in the center and opens. From inside rolls a massive metal machine with a huge scoop on the front. And I'm lagging a little. Where is it? There it is.
Where are you? Oh my
Where is
god.
it?
Oh my god.
Oh,
A tangled.
I'm sorry. As soon as we hear that, can I like try to like pull everyone and like dive into this?
Yes,
You can
have
also
them-
hide behind here or whatever you need.
You can pull them out if you'd like getting their attention, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But a tangled chaos of wires and tubes begin to lower from the ceiling towards the vehicle. From within, you begin to see a form come into view. An old gnome man with white beard, head cloaked in red. Green lenses cover his eyes. Tubes and wires protrude from every part of his body. His left hand is mechanical, and his lower half is replaced with metal spider legs. Around his neck, a golden cog. The gnome is slowly lowered from the ceiling to the roof of the huge machine below as he says, "Siblings, we stand upon the precipice of ascension. Our Lady Cassandra Lee has shown us the truth. This world is flawed, weak, organic. We have evolved to include the synthetic. Now we use both to attain perfection, to attain oneness with her infinite knowledge. We must transcend our mortal vessels. Only when all the physical is gone can we become one with the universe. You cannot grasp the inconceivable nature of nature, and you will not stand in our way, but your deaths will not be in vain. You shall be the field test for my latest invention, the Behemoth Mark III tread-bearing battle vehicle. Everyone roll initiative."
Oh my.
Oh,
That
This,
we're leaving off, by the way.
Hmm?
That where we're leaving today.
I'm not
oh,
sure.
you're not 20.
11. Nat 20. Very good.
Oh, just, you know.
Another 20. We are ready. This is what happens when you don't push the big red button.
Khan, I actually need to ask, do you want to use your WOG power to give everyone a +3?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, me
Okay,
and
so
Demirius rolled the same.
nice. So that puts Reese at a 27. Demir. Oh, sorry. Yep. 27. Then Khan, that puts you at a 40 even. Zavid puts you at a 43. There we go. Cool. So do we want to start this, or do we want to stop? That's up to you
We
guys.
stop because I need to update.
Yeah.
I have my date at 2.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be a good spot. We'll kick it off right at the beginning. This is where we're going to stop as the Behemoth Mark III tread-bearing battle vehicle with Artifex Glastwick Finibus at the helm. And we will take, we were off next week because of Jasper's game day. The following week, we'll jump right into the combat here. We hope everyone will join us next week and the week after. Shane, please go ahead and explain, since it's your game.
Yeah, so next week, during Jasper's game day at around 3:30, I think, I will be DMing a game of 5th edition with 6 wonderful human beings, including Lumbee here. We'll be in the player seat for once. And also with our friend Dingo Doodles and several other wonderful people. It's going to be a fun game where we're ascending a tower. Everyone plays a hireling instead of a regular hero, and they're trying to rescue their heroes who got themselves in too deep. Look forward to that. I hope to see a lot of you there, and yeah, it'll be a fun time.
All right, thanks so much, everybody. The next one's going to be a little wild. But we'll pick up right from here next time, and we hope you'll join us. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my bear like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones of the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being alive.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
I am the tyrant, get it? I've actually been told that I'm a pretty funny guy. Wait a minute, what were we discussing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's right, you were just about to die. How could I forget that? It's my favorite part. The only thing left to consider is where to start. In addition to magical abilities, I'm smart. I can make your demise as art. Anyway, it appears that the wizard in your party is a gnome who was worth about the same as if he would have stayed at home. I'll activate my anti-magic cone, and in a moment I'll turn him into stone. When the barbarian